you love me, my go-to. Love a team blind on top like Goku. Just left Nobu, back in my dojo. Channel like Aura, got the whole Roku. Been big dog from the tell the road, told you. Wait, don't even know you. Step right, I'm a long trip. Blink at my VIP. Snack of my. Won't break, won't miss. Rich took his check out. We talking start like ball high, pretty face guy like bruh. How do I exist? In the gym every day, I won't miss. I'm a daddy like boy, don't blow my assist. I got it. Tryna slow down my motion. It's written, you cannot control this. You gonna blow it. Them, they not important. Me, I'm the one goated. 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 Tryna slow down my motion. It's written, you cannot control this. You gonna blow it. Them, they not important. Me, I'm the one goated. 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 Just don't touch me, you're ugly. Just don't touch me, you're ugly. Bro, I'm godlike, I'm judgy. I can't touch this girl, she musty. Bro, you flexing on IG. People like you disgust me. Just don't touch me, you're ugly. Just don't touch me, you're ugly. These women love me, bro, they tryna me. That's the wrong way, me back. Yeah, buddy, if you get lucky, it'll get yucky. Little buddy touch me, I can turn auntie into a I'm in the S5 facing cuffy, cause I can't name that nigga burn me, dummy. Tryna slow down my motion. It's written, you cannot control this. You gonna blow it. Them, they not important. I'm the one goated. Me, I'm the one goated. Me, I'm the one goated. Me, I'm the one goated. Tryna slow down my motion. It's written, you cannot control this. You gonna blow it. Them, they not important. Me, I'm the one goated. 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 I got it. Like damn, why I get a like Aaron, I'ma drop top. The sun won't burn when it lit like what, but the stripes ain't earned. I'ma get it right now, I ain't waiting no turn. Got a brand new house, tryna avoid my hurt. About 6 point something in the field like church. Or the hood got whack and the set went turn. Got a 488 in the glide like Kurt. I've been living off golf on the last few deals when the night check came and I still
Whiteout conditions throughout the Great Plains sure made travel difficult, but we're still expecting a full house at Empower Field at Mile High here in Denver. And off we go from Denver. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. When you look at this Bronco defense, this crew against the pass, issues at times. Ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the #1 overall passing team in the NFL. But it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. So likely a 3-and-out on their opening drive. That's not a good omen for a team that's lost 3 straight games.
Too many threes that you're mentioning right there. That's a number they've got to get off of. And the big risk you're running right now is discouragement amongst the ranks. How do you keep them up? How do you keep them motivated? They've got to dial up something to give themselves some confidence.
Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. On play action, here's Nix. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT. A give right side for Pacheco. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. This defense for the Broncos, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Mahomes going to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it, but touchdown! Noah Gray, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now, these two division rivals, a couple of late games on the schedule this year. Their first meeting, you might remember, was back in Week 10, and it was the Broncos getting the road victory, so they'll look to take the season series now here in Denver. On the handoff, McLaughlin. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Call it an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On the ground, here's the rookie from Notre Dame. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. The Broncos had 10-6 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now it's Nix. And that's going to be incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go. 19 tight. 19 tight. 19 Lion. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Off the play fake. Nix sliding out of the pocket. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 24-yard line.
And that's how you shake off the interception he threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Jaleel McLaughlin, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from drawing level. Lutz good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
To throw, it's Mahomes. That's complete, left side to Worthy. And some room to run now. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first. So another on-target throw, and that last one, Charles, going to put him up over 5,000 yards passing out for the season, and that is not an insignificant number.
Indeed it is not, because this is not a big list, and most of the guys on it, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Dan Marino, they either are or will be Hall of Famers.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Again, it's Pacheco. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 41-yard line. 12 yards on 3rd down as the drive rolls on. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 41. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. When you look at this Bronco defense, this crew against the pass, issues at times, ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for.
And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone came around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man. And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Butker's kick here is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of...
He's got a man, complete. Down the left sideline. And all the way home for the Broncos score. Josh Reynolds with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. He connected on his first, this from 41. Butker's kick here is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
You got a young quarterback. You know, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
In motion right goes Sutton. Operating from the gun. Here's Nix. Trying to lay one up deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
From the gun on third down, it's Nix. That is caught, and he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Nix to throw again. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack.
A 9-yard loss. It's now 2nd and 19 at the 37-yard line.
Throwing Nix. That one out wide and intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. Inside the 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, the offense, they'd really not been able to mount anything yet on that drive, and the defense made sure they couldn't mount anything. The interception and the return adding 6 to the scoreboard.
And that's no small return for a linebacker, partner. He took matters into his own hands and his legs on that pick. And once he had it, I don't think anyone on the field could have stopped him.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
In motion right goes Sutton. Here's Nix. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. So he stopped for no gain, and it'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now a 2nd and 10. To throw is Nix. Eluding the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. Part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
Go.
This quick pass complete to Sutton. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's second down.
Ready up.
Second and 6 at the Chiefs' 30-yard line.
Set.
To throw, here's Nix. He'll get that complete to Franklin. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports.
Let's go. Ready.
Quick throw complete to Reynolds. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Josh Reynolds with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Broncos are an extra point away now from moving out in front. Charles, that's a pretty good response from a rookie quarterback. He's had his struggles in this game, including the interception on the last drive, but there he takes him down the field and puts it in the end zone.
I agree with everything you just said right there, and there's a silver lining to all of this, his resiliency. Because let's face it, when things are going bad and you're a youngster, they often continue to go bad. But in his mind and his actions, he said, this stops right here. And how about the positive play he just turned in?
Oh, some strong running. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with...
No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nick Benito. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Now, they matched their opponent's pick six from earlier. Those are some crucial points that may prove pretty consequential as to how this one plays out.
And, Brandon, I think now we're not just watching how they move around the field, but we're checking their psychology out a little bit, aren't we? Because that defense, they're about to go right back out with all the momentum on their side. As for the opposing offense, you wonder if there's going to be some hesitation to lean entirely on the passing game to try and mount a counterattack.
That'll back the PAT up from the 15 to the 20.
And with the advent of that rule, moving the PAT back to the 15-yard line to begin with, they were no longer kicking normal extra points, were they? They were kicking field goals. This is a longer field goal attempt for them, even though it's only for an extra point.
From 5 yards further back, the extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 8. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Now Mahomes to try again after the pick six. Open man right side is Rice. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Here's Mahomes to throw. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. A big play there for KC. And even 50 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Mahomes now to throw. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Juju Smith-Schuster, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime. Off the play fake, here's Nix. That would almost intercept it, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that could have been and probably should have been a 3rd interception of this first half. He's going to have to figure out something because you cannot give the ball away like he's done and have any chance to win this game.
They'll go play action with Nix. He'll buy some time right. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Nix to the air. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Throwing now is Mahomes. Going deep to the end zone for Juju. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Well, they have that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Butker's kick here is good, and they have regained the lead. Well, they got the turnover in great field position, but unable to do anything with it, and they're left taking the easy 3 on the field goal.
Yeah, you're right about that. A great chance at a short field touchdown. On a sudden change, you take the ball away. You expect your offense to put into the end zone, but they'll take the 3 for now, even if they feel just a little bit let down.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Broncos 28.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Harrison Butler at the kickoff, 14-6.
The Rocky Mountain snow looks like it's going to continue through this second half as we are back underway in Denver. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll have this all the way out to the 50-yard line. Excellent field position.
With all the specialization we have in this great game, at some point, the head coach is going to take charge of every group. And I think at halftime, he spent a little time with the special teams coach, said, look, you've got to find a way to get us a big play to help us get back into this.
The give is to McLaughlin. He'll take this to the 46.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 46-yard line, a second down and 6. A carry from McLaughlin. Dancing away at the 35. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 50 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good...
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Jaleel McLaughlin, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos have retaken a third-quarter lead. Well, it has been the passing game that's really been responsible for much of the scoring so far. But let's not forget about this running attack. They're pretty good, too, as evidenced right there.
And I think, Brandon, the fact that they've thrown the ball so well contributed to that touchdown, because that was a defense that was really keyed up to cover those receivers. All they wanted to do was blanket them. They didn't have enough men in the box to stop the run, and you saw the end result.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Inside the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Well, the defense obviously could not have drawn up a better start to the second half. They're holding on to that slim lead, just looking for a stop. Not only do they get the stop, Charles, they get the pick 6.
Another example that life comes at you fast, doesn't it? One play ago, they were defending a slim lead coming out of the break. Now they're one more stop away from thinking about a possible put-away drive.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick 6.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive? This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. This is 2nd and 8. Here's Pacheco once again. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Well, it's not time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On play action, it's Mahomes. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On play action, here's Nix. Throw left side complete. That's Franklin. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down.
That's good for a Denver Broncos. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Trap 60, trap 60. 19 tight, 19 tight.
Off the play fake, Nix. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 17 at the 33-yard line.
Now it's Nix. They fights him, and pressure coming, and they got him once again. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today. But on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
Ready? 19, pioneer.
Off play action. Nix. And he's going to go down again. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Here's Riley Dixon now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 31 yards on the punt there. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now here's Mahomes. And this pass caught by Gray. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. He's going deep for Brown. And this one is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Mahomes going to throw. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, What have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
Down the right sideline. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Jaleel McLaughlin, 38 yards. And the Broncos get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And that one makes this a 19-point game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
They'll run. It's McLaughlin. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's George Karlaftis greeting him behind the line with a big stop. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. On the ground, here's McLaughlin. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. From the gun on 3rd down. Nix. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Flush to his right. They've got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Now Patrick going to change the play. From midfield, here's Mahomes. He'll find Smith-Schuster again. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 5. And again, it's Mahomes. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Now Mahomes got to have this one. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big. They just sent their receivers out, let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else and makes a dramatic play.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here.
Hardman on the return.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches.
43, 43.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Justin Watson, 69 yards.
And the Chiefs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
You've got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Unable to corral him. He fights through.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Here's Nix.
And now here's another interception.
Intercepted by the Chiefs. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Mahomes. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Justin Watson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. So take away the touchdown there, as that's going to be ruled an incomplete pass. They go play fake. Mahomes. His throw incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
We don't see him miss too often. The ball could have slipped a little bit coming off his hand, and that's all it would take to send it high and out of bounds without a play.
Pacheco is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Broncos are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
19 Tiger, 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Running right, here's Estime. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
And the last time out, they had the good drive going. You get in the red zone, they throw the interception. Not their first pick of the game either, so we'll see if they're more careful, more cautious here on this drive.
Yeah, nothing worse than repeat mistakes, right? You end up coughing the ball up, you end up throwing a pick, everything goes awry. And now, points don't go up on the board. I just heard a fan scream out. I thought the idea was to score points. Yeah, they're getting a little restless, too.
Mahomes. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
There are not many times where you might say it's a detriment to have a quarterback with a cannon for an arm, but this might be one of those few times. He just laid that one out there a bit too far, and his receiver couldn't run under it.
It's caught inside the 25. Well, there's still hope, but it's dwindling fast. No timeouts left. They need 2 scores still. 1st and 10 here.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Mahomes to throw it.
Out to his left.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
And once he got out of the pocket, you thought that maybe he'd take off with it, especially here in the 2-minute drill. Sometimes defenses are focused so much downfield that there's room to run, but this time he decided to throw it unsuccessfully. That means there's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Broncos will take over on downs. One final kneel down here, and that should just about do it.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception, and we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times.